So, hello everybody. This is Lehman Crafton, aka Zorvalachan Less Than Guru, and today is our first session for a severely homebrewed Palladium First Edition game. And I'm here with my Sunday group, and let's go down the list how I have them in order. So all the characters are in a town of Winterhaven, which is kind of in the more northern western area of the map up here. So that is the little town that you're in. It's about a population 500 normally, but it has swelled due to a recent influx of refugees because there is a group of bandits operating nearby. So the first character of note is that Decimus or Decamus?
Decimus.
Decimus. Okay.
So Decimus is a wolfen, dark-haired, recent arrival in town, and I am definitely not a man-at-arms, and I wear a hooded attire. As you can see from the picture, I'm a caster.
And you wearing a tie?
I have no idea. Is there a tie on there?
I think it might just be a split and overcoat.
It's just a split in the...
Oh, okay.
Vest.
I see it. Okay.
I hope I'm not wearing a tie. I'm easy enough to beat up without giving you something to hold on to me with.
I thought he was just like a business wolf.
My business is not getting beat up, okay?
Then we have a Crandor.
And Crandor, the elf. This is what I look like. I swing my quarterstaff around. Woo, 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 woo. That's all.
Is that an Elvish accent?
Yes.
Elvish.
Was he wearing a tie too?
Then we have a Sir Emery Gut Tusker.
Greetings. I'm Sir Emery Gut Tusker of the Gut Tuskers. And well, as you can see, I'm a knight errant, and not quite, as a matter of fact. I'm on my way to I'm on a quest, as it so happens, and once we've completed the quest, then I'll fully be a knight, or a paladin, in fact.
Sir Emery probably would wear a tie if he had one.
We'll have to get him one.
Well, of course I would.
Is there enough fabric to make him one?
Then we have Bodil Runus daughter.
Yes, this is Bodil Runus' daughter. She is of the Ursal or Bear people, and she's journeying across the land at one with nature and occasionally opposing it as a ranger.
And then we have Francis.
Francis is a rather frail, rather dim-witted human. Basically one of the refugees from the farms in hinterland that have come into Winterhaven. And she's just trying to survive on the streets right now.
then last but not least, Day, Old Man Nicholas.
Oh, I've been a resident of Winter Haven for all my life. And all these people coming in and going out and all the bandits that have attacked him along the way, I've lost all my sheep. I no longer have sheep, and I'm trying to find a way to make my way in the world now. I was just a poor shepherd. Get off my grass.
Do you have grass?
I had grass. Now there's refugees camped all over my grass.
Charge them rent. Then you can buy new sheep.
That is true.
Yes, but what kind of grass?
It was good sheep grass.
What strain?
The kind sheep eat.
So, as I said, there has been a band of brigands who have been taking over the area. They drove out a dwarf Holt and have attacked caravans along King's Road between Fallcrest and Winterhaven. The brigands, as well as the refugees, because of them, have pretty much decimated the supplies of Winterhaven. So things are supplies and food, and that is becoming scarce. The farmers aren't able to go out to their field and plant, harvest, and get to their stores. And trade has all but stopped, because the last caravan, which some of you were part of, was attacked. So basically everybody is somewhat of a refugee or stuck in some way, shape, or form in Winterhaven.
I'm a refugee in my own town.
Now, I will say, Tony had mentioned it earlier, on the character sheets at the top of them, on the first page, there's two buttons. One says public and one says whisper, and it's a toggle. If you roll something when the public has been pressed, everybody can see it. If you press and toggle it to whisper, then only I will see it. But that's only rolls on the character sheet. That is not talking. If you wish to send me a private message, you can type in /W and then enter a space and then start typing a person's name. And when you get to the first letter, a drop down will appear, and then you can click the person's name. And then if you press the space button again, then you can type out the message, and it should only go to that person. So that's a few of the things that this. Yeah, that's fine.
A game.
That's just a few things that this character sheet has.
A game of whispers.
Yes, this is definitely not heroic Torg. We'll see how this goes.
It's refugee Palladium right now.
Yes, home-brewed.
It's some very low fantasy.
Well, I say if there are some brigands in the area threatening people, I'm strong of arm and firm of claw and ready to find them and teach them right from wrong. What say you, Paladin?
I'd say that's a capital idea, ma'am.
I see others here who might be capable. Anyone else?
Or incapable.
And they all walk away because of the rest of us.
All right. Well, I see you're selling yourself short. Fine then.
And compared to you,
Paladin.
everybody's short.
I mean, yes, that's true.
I'm willing to join you, but I'll need some liquid courage first.
I have lived in this area long. I can be a guide if nothing, and throw rocks at the people that are trying to harm you.
Yes, a good rock to the snout is sometimes just what the brigands might need.
So do we know where these bandits are bivouacked by chance?
That's a big word.
Do we have any sneaky types who could scout them out?
Well, I'm just asking. Do we have any current information about where they might be operating out of?
Well, you guys came into town with a caravan or whatever that got attacked. You tell me. I mean, the old man and I, we were here when that happened, so we don't even know where the brigands travel.
See.
There was rumors of where they were. Just foggy on it right now. I'm trying to recall.
Right.
I mean, it's a very long road. I mean, I don't know that we're going to have much luck simply patrolling it.
Well, where were you attacked previously? Maybe you could go back there and track them. Follow where they went.
That's a good question. I
It was along the King's Road, was it not?
It was along the King's Road, probably around here.
Somewhere in the Downs?
let's
But
see
you
how that
also
works.
know that they attacked and took over the Dwarven Holt up here by Lake Wintermist.
Ah, so we do have some information about where they're operating out of.
Well, that's good.
I don't think we're ready to take on a group that took out a Dwarven Hold.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Perhaps we could track them and find a smaller group once they come out.
Perhaps we should speak with some of the dwarves. There are some refugees from the hold here. Are there not?
There are.
By chance, they have some information about how we could, how we could get into the hold to, instead of attempting to knock on the front door, as it were.
Now, you do know, Sir Emery, specifically you, that in Fallcrest, when you were in Fallcrest before you left on the caravan, there was a contingent of dwarves who went to Fallcrest asking for help and were denied. And they moved on to try to go to Hammerfast, which is basically equal amount of distance in the opposite direction. Hammerfast is over here. To try to ask them, but basically Fallcrest told them no. But there are still some that are still in Winter Haven. It wasn't like all of the dwarves left. So you're trying to figure out, some of you talking with each other, you hear a loud, rattling thunder crack that just like almost deafens you and then you hear what sounds like amplified, extremely loud, like 3 strikes of a staff on stone, which just crashes. And everybody kind of jumps around, all the villagers and refugees, and kind of look around to see what is going on.
Where are we right now? Are we in an inn, a bar, tavern? Are we outside?
You're out in the open. There's basically no room to stay. It's a really small town. Basically, the town was outside of a small keep area, and everybody has had to go into the keep to stop, or the enclosed area, all the nearby farmers and everybody. So everything is just overflowed, trying to stay within the city walls. So all of you are kind of outside, but there's no, the sky is clear. There's no clouds or anything like that. And as you kind of look around, you hear a couple of people gasp and point behind your group.
I will look.
Okay.
I will look over the short people and see what's behind the group.
We look behind us.
So you turn and you see what appears to be a old, frail human walking towards you with a staff that appears to have a snake, like the top of the staff is in the shape of a snake.
I'm hiding behind Sir Gut Tusker and peering around his legs.
Excellent. A snake on a staff. This must be medical personnel. Oh, maybe not.
And he walks towards the center of the square, and he kind of looks around, and the way his lips move, it looks like he's whispering, but everybody hears this pretty clearly. And he says, "Something must be done. This town can no longer support itself. And I will soon no longer be able to help."
Mr. Sir Nicholas, is this perhaps some sort of local constabulary or governorship?
Do I recognize who he is?
Being the age that you are, very, very rarely there is a local magician, local sage, as you will, known as Valthrun, that sometimes comes to help Winterhaven.
So, he is a protector of sorts of this area. Only when things are dire.
It seems to be dire now. He's talking about
I see. Well, perhaps we should speak with him, and he will
The town
give some direction.
is unable to sustain itself, and I fear that soon people will start riding over the scraps that are left. I have talked with the Dwarven treasurer, and he offers some of the loot of his hold if it can be freed, as well as sending supplies here. If anyone wishes to take upon this task, meet me in my tower at dusk. And then he turns and slowly walks to the distance, and there's an area that looked clear, and the air around it kind of shimmers, and a 5-story wizard's tower kind of takes form, and he walks into it.
Well,
What day is it?
What was that?
What time of day is it right now?
Oh, it would be mid-afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay.
well, I would say our duty is clear, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see that there's a lot of. I don't have much to prepare, really.
Old man Shepherd, you're from around here, right?
Yes.
Who was that?
He is a wizard that will help us out from time to time.
Was his name Valthroon?
Yes.
Interesting. I was sent to seek him.
Well, he's right there.
Who sent you?
Somebody.
That's specifically vague, Mr. Elf.
My name is Nicholas, by the way, not Shepard.
Oh, Nicholas. Sorry.
Yes.
Don't take it personally. He calls all old men old men.
I've heard old man most of the years in the recent
You
years.
just look ancient.
I feel that now. Thank you. I do not have a strong arm, but I can help you tend for your animals or cook along the way and things of that nature. The rewards for doing this might help me reinvest my pastures.
Do you still have pastures?
No, I have to get the refugees off of them. I
thought
didn't.
you were going to charge them.
I didn't own the land. It was just free range. That's the way we did it here.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
then they came with a flag and took it over.
I have some running around to do before dusk. So, are we all meeting later?
Shall we meet
That
up?
sounds good.
Meet up at dusk and enter his tower.
I wish to check out various options, like maybe hunting for food, or like you said, we could talk to the dwarf. I'm still unsure about the task of us freeing the hold. I do not feel competent at doing this. Maybe you all can impress me with your skills, and we could do it.
They just need good support for their strong arms. If we take care of them, they'll take care of us, right? That is how it works.
Because then maybe I
Seems
need
right.
to get some ranged attack equipment.
Yes, I bought a sling.
That would be range attack equipment.
It helped me fend off the wolves.
Hey, let's not get personal here.
Sorry. The four-legged kind.
Okay. Well, then I will meet you all back here before dusk.
Very well.
Well, let's see. I think yeah, I have like no money as far as I can tell. So I think I'm just gonna hang out at the tavern, or not the tavern, at the tower, and just wait for dusk.
Okay.
Bodil,
Just
You
stand there.
Bodil springs to her feet, and then like kind of bounces up and down on the balls of her feet and clasps her big paws together in front of her and says, "Yes, warrior, let's go scout the territory around that tower and discover if there are any dangers lurking. Yes, that's what we shall do. Come along." And she heads off in a direction. It's probably not the direction of the tower, but she just starts striding away, really confident.
Oh no, madam! It's this way. I mean, we saw the man walk into it.
What? Oh, that right. I knew that. And then she just like gets her back really straight and then immediately takes the lead in the other direction. Come on now, let's go.
Yep, and yeah, he'll march off in that direction too. We're gonna do this.
So how much, Bauer? How much are you going to make?
Well, let's see. What do I have on me? Equipment. I think the largest container I have is a 5-gallon container. So I will make. I already have a cask of a quarter-gallon, so I will use that as an example.
Okay.
And if they're happy with that, then I can use the 5-gallon container to make more.
So they would offer you 5 gold per pint.
Sounds good. How many can they handle?
They would accept the whole barrel.
Let's see. Do they know where I can get another barrel?
At the Cooper?
Okay. Well, then I will make the 5 gallons of wine and exchange it, then head off to find the Cooper. Oh, I'd also like to talk to them about in the future, if I resupply, could I exchange a full one for an empty one?
Sure.
So I don't have to keep running off and buying more barrels.
So we so that would be 200 gold, and then it looks like a 5-gallon, another 5-gallon barrel would be 25 gold.
Okay, so I have a profit of 150.
Yes, minus the original barrel that you had already bought.
Well, I already had the barrel on me. I planned
Right,
it.
right. Yeah, I know. Jason,
Yes.
make a dodge.
Oh, there it is.
So as you open the door and walk through, you barely dodge out of the way as Tolquats almost flies right into you as she trips over the threshold of the door.
See, your curse is still on you.
Yes, it is. And how have you been?
What was that?
And how have you been?
I have been good. Valthrun showed up, and he wants me and the others to perhaps go with him at dusk to show up at his tower. Would you want to come?
I would love to, but with this curse, it probably wouldn't be good at all. And she kind of picks a little thread that was kind of bare on her hood, and as she pulls it a little, it kind of just the side of the cloak that she has just kind of unravels, and her cloak just falls right to the floor. He kind of picks up the cloak and then turns it and goes back into the building and trips and falls on her face.
I help her up.
And then like quickly, embarrassingly, like scampers off and back into her room.
Okay. I just stay in that place until dusk.
Okay.
I will try to find some rations and stuff that I could use just in case hunting is bad when we're on our way.
At this time, rations would be double what they are in the cost in the book.
All right, I might just be window. See,
It's like food. It looks good.
I remember what food tasted like.
Green is people.
So it starts. The time passes and it gets to dusk, and the door to the tower opens.
Well, I meet back at the location before dusk to go over with the group if they're there.
I do too.
Yeah, I would have been.
I'm following the troll and the bear.
So do you go inside?
We'll head over to the tower.
Yeah.
If the troll and the bear and the human are not there.
Indubitably, we go inside.
We go inside the tower at dusk.
So you go into this tower, and much like many magical places, the inside is much bigger than the outside. And there is a table, a plain oval-shaped table with chairs around it, and at one of the ends of Valthroon is sitting, and he motions you to sit around the table.
Bodil takes a seat at the table.
And you do notice there are chairs that actually would fit all of you. So like three large chairs, and then four or three medium chairs, and then there's a small chair that is unoccupied.
Bodil 2 chairs before she finds the one that's just right for her.
I'm taking a normal sized chair that's the furthest away from the wizard.
I stand and look at the chair that the bear person just broke and sigh and stand next to it.
Well, of course, I'll find the largest. If I cannot find a chair that appears that will hold my girth, I'll simply stand.
No, there are three large chairs that.
Well, then that is the,
taken before the bear.
and that is the one I would, and that is the one I use. Probably the biggest. On account of, Sir Gut Tusker is a pretty humongous troll.
So Valthroon kind of has his elbows on the table, and he says, "Thank you for offering your services. I can offer something for each of you that you will probably find useful, as well as any of the goods that were taken by the brigands, if you just leave what the dwarves themselves lost." And he pulls out a coin and kind of pushes it into the middle of the table, kind of gives it a push, and it kind of slides across the table and stops right in the middle. And you see it as a specific dwarven minted coin, and he says anything that doesn't have this mark would be free to take without ill will from the dwarves.
Alright. Bodil looks very carefully at the mark. She smells it for a while and then puts it back on the table.
I too will make note of the mark.
I will pull out a piece of paper and make a rubbing of the mark.
Okay. He says also I would be able myself to fund you for 1,000 gold each.
What was that?
Upon completion of the task, I would be able to fund you with 1,000 gold each, as well as something that you would find useful.
Well, then I thank you.
That sounds lovely.
What about something useful right now to help us accomplish this?
How would I know that you just don't take it and leave?
Well, you'd have my word, of course, as a gut tusker.
Yes, and my word. My word.
Yeah, what they said.
He says, if you wish to go down that path, I can bind you to it.
I assure you, sir, I'm already bound to this task. But if you have any aid that you may lend to my quest, I would certainly appreciate it.
Could you repeat that? Sorry.
Oh, as you can see, I am poorly outfitted for an excursion such as this. Any aid that you may be able to offer would be well appreciated, sir.
You feel a tingle in your body.
That's quite a tingle. You've got quite a body.
A pouch appears in front of you.
Well, and I'm just gonna take a peek into that pouch. Assuming, etiquette isn't
Violated.
yeah, exactly. We don't want any violation happening.
There seems to be about 500 gold in the pouch. And as he sees you kind of ruffling through it, he says, the other half upon completion.
You have my word, it shall be done, if it is within my ability.
I don't need your word. You are bound.
Well, you have it all the same, sir.
And he kind of looks at everybody else in turn, and he says, and you?
Who's he looking at?
Everybody.
Bodil respectfully declines. I am morally opposed to enslavement or servitude of any kind. I will complete the task you set before us with the abilities and equipment that I currently possess, if I'm able. You have my word as my bond, but I will not accept magical compulsion.
I agree. I do not wish to be bound by magic.
I'll be your slave as long as you want me.
Does Crandor say that?
Do what?
Does Crandor say that?
Yes. Your apprentice, that is.
Are those
He,
equitable?
he kind of smirks, and you feel a tingle, and a pouch of coins appears in front of you.
Thank you, master.
Do you happen to know where I can find a wolf and greatsword?
I don't deal with such matters.
Well, then the money will do at the moment.
You know, what have I got to lose?
Your life.
500 gold. 500 gold. 500 gold. I'll take
So
it.
you feel an intense tingle,
Yeep.
and a pouch appears before you.
I snatch it up very quickly.
You snatch it up. Valthrun stands up. You hear his back crack. He takes the staff that was leaning against the side of his chair, and he gives a giggle almost to himself. And as he strikes the staff against the floor, you find yourself outside again. The tower nowhere to be seen. And you hear, like actually by your ears, not in your mind, as everything's shifting. They already split the party.
What?
Wait, we did?
There was an empty chair.
Some of us took the money and some of us didn't. So maybe that's how we're split. Is that what he's saying?
Perhaps.
Make sure we're all here.
There was also, yeah, I'll look to see if we're all here, but there was also an empty chair that was not taken by somebody. Things like that are not really overlooked by Falthrun. He's a wizard. He's all seeing, all knowing. Just lazy because he's not going to do it himself.
Contrary to popular opinion, wizards are not all seeing and all knowing. They frequently get tricked. That's how they learn to trick everybody else.
They're dirty old men.
All right, so guys, confession time. What is it that the guy wanted us to do?
To free the Dwarven holds of from the hold of the bandits.
We're gonna unhold the hold.
Yes.
Well, I'm all about freedom, and I don't think anyone should be incarcerated against their will, or ever.
I think the world is full of bandits, not slaves.
Yes. The dwarves have come here and gone on to find help.
Although there might be some prisoners in there, I don't know.
One never
Well,
knows.
all right, well, this is all very confusing, but I say we probably should get on our way. Nothing ever gets done without getting started.
Well, he did provide some finances for outfitting our kits. It would be remiss to not use those.
Right, you need to go shopping.
which we probably need to do in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Indeed. You are quite right. It is likely that that the armorer will be asleep at this
Oh,
moment.
I don't
Well,
know
it
that
can-
they'd have armor that would fit someone of your magnificent girth.
Earth.
He
No
called
one
you
can
fat.
hope. I'm sure the gods will provide.
I'm sure they will.
Nicholas, when was the last time you saw someone of his girth pass through town?
Well, you know, refugee. Actually, maybe some of the bandits.
I mean, there's 3 large people here today.
Right.
Yes, but armor that would fit me would be different than armor that would fit you.
We have had a lot of different people in and out. Perhaps there's some cast-offs. I mean, I went and looked at the price of food. It's quite expensive. Somebody might have sold something just to be able to eat.
And with dwarves in town, there might be an opportunity to get dwarven craftsmanship as well.
Well,
Who knows what the refugees may have brought with them as they fled?
True.
Perhaps that will make for an opportunity.
Yes. So, shall we meet in the morning for shopping? I guess. How much do
Please.
you eat?
twice as much.
Well, I mean, not that much. I mean, I suppose I only eat like 4 or 5 pounds of food a day.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm really quite svelte, as you can see.
Right. Yeah, I was going to buy some food for the trail so that I could provide meals for you guys, but the prices are quite high right now, and I don't think I could make you breakfast.
Well, if you're used to tending sheep in the area, is there any particular area where it is good hunting or where predators tend to stay?
There will be hunting opportunities, but with the refugees in town, then it is quite hunted out near here.
Well, I expect we'll be moving away from here.
But still, I mean, a breakfast is only about a dozen eggs per person. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to find
That is
enough eggs
true.
for everyone.
I could find enough eggs. The eggs were the cheapest, if there are eggs to be had.
So what you're saying is a meal's going to cost him about 15 to 20 gold?
Meals can be quite expensive. The eggs are not that bad. They're only about two gold per dozen.
Okay, remember, how many pounds did he say he eats a day?
Well, he said for breakfast he just had 2 dozen eggs.
Okay.
All right. We should all get some rest so that we can have an early morning of perusing the stalls and seeing what you can afford.
Indeed.
Sounds good.
I go find the hovel I've been sleeping in and curl up.
So yes, you find various places to either throw down your blankets or knapsacks or nothing, depending on what your equipment is. And
Is there like a local church or temple that Sir Emery could find a space in?
there is a temple, but it's more like, how to say, it's a small village, so it's more of a, 4 columns with a roof and a shrine, rather than an actual, say, church or something that people would go to have service.
Sir Emery will probably still sleep next to it. I mean, just to stay out of the rain and stuff, if there is any.
So So the night actually passes by without rain.
We're blessed
So there's
already.
just some dew. But you wake up.
Did look at my
And-
pout. Oh, got it.
Everybody give me a perception roll. There should be a perception button on your character sheet.
What?
I have a 0 next to that. That would mean I do not perceive things.
Where would it be?
So I think.
What?
It's
You rolled a
the
14. You just don't have a bonus up to it.
Oh, there's perception. Okay.
How does one get a bonus to these things?
In Palladium First Edition, not really.
oh, it even gave us a chart. So
Yeah.
I am moderate.
What page is perception? Oh, there we go.
The
Perception.
very first one. Yeah.
There we go.
Ah, well, I'm good at finding things that are easy to find, as it turns out.
Oh, mine is a challenging success.
Hmm.
That's nice.
Vodil, you kind of have a vague little thought to start gaining some weight.
Mm.
Winter's coming.
Well,
Yes.
it's July.
Vodil sniffs the air, and does have a superior sense of smell and hearing. I don't know if that's a thing you roll, but yes, she's trying to determine if this sense that she should go ahead and start putting on the pounds is related to perhaps a change in the weather or atmosphere or the feeling in the air.
It does seem to be a little crisp, especially for it being in the middle of summer.
Right. So she'll say, well, it's odd. And then she'll be overcome by a yawn, like in the middle of her sentence. And then, like, snap, like, work her jaw, like, yep, very odd indeed. Oh, I'm so hungry and a bit sleepy. Anyone else feeling a little rough around the edges this morning?
No. Cannot say that I am.
However, it's nothing wrong with that, madam.
Are you okay?
I think we should just perhaps get a move on, and I'll look for the forage along the way. Maybe I can find some berries and honey. Salmon. Salmon sounds delicious. Shall we?
Hey, Lehman,
Yes.
can I use Streetwise to try and figure out what might be a good place to find armor for Sir Gut Tusker?
There is a smithy.
Okay. I'm also looking for some soft leather armor for myself.
Okay.
So, point in fact, while the rest of them go shopping, Bodil has no money, didn't accept the magical bargain, and cannot purchase any supplies. She will be, I don't know, my first instinct is fishing, if possible. She wants to get, catch as much fish as she possibly can. But if not fishing, then ranging out from away from the refugees and the inhabited areas to try to hunt some game, and
Okay.
and give into that feeling that she needs to, the instinct that she needs to feed herself.
Okay, so you go off while the rest people start shopping. Yeah, there is a smithy that makes weapons and armor. Although they don't have any large armor, that is something that would need to be ordered.
Custom made.
Yeah, custom made, ordered. That have to size you, and it would take a couple of weeks to do. There are dwarves helping, so it could be dwarven quality.
How about a large weapon? Any large weapons by chance? I mean, armor is definitely what I'm looking for.
They have one large hammer. There would not be a Wolfen greatsword. That would be something that you could order to be made.
How much?
Would you just want it normal, or would you want it as the dwarven quality?
Either or, depending on the pricing.
So,
It would be the standard price on the list I gave. And if you wanted it dwarven manufactured for pluses, either damage or parry or parries and strikes, then you could look in the main book on page 47. Will tell you the additional cost of that.
I don't have to.
Excuse me, sir.
For the original.
But these gentlemen now indicate Decimus and Sir Guttuster. I mean, I'm going to say this so that the dwarves here, they're on a quest to try and free the dwarven keep. I want to use this spiel as part of my I have bartering.
Okay. So with bartering, they're not gonna just make them. They need payment so that they can get the materials. But they will, if you succeed in the task, then they will give you a percentage back.
Okay, I just made a bartering roll.
You don't always have to roll. Only roll if I tell you. I don't like how low Palladium percentile go.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's just basic stuff, basically they can order something, pay for it, and then if they come back, they get it. If they've actually freed the Dwarven Holt, then they'll get 10% back.
Okay.
Well,
I did a pretty good roll.
so by chance, is that hammer a +2 to parry hammer? For plus 400%?
Hold on, I'm making a note. And that would apply to weapons and any armor that you would order. Like I said, it wouldn't be available now.
Sure. Yeah, but the hammer that they have. Yeah, the hammer that they have. Any chance it's a +2 parry hammer?
Sure, why not? And actually, they would only charge an additional 300%
Okay.
because it looks like that hammer originally was not a dwarven made hammer, and it's just been kind of reforged or retouched up.
Okay. Well, in that case, well, I will absolutely purchase that from you then. It seems like an excellent weapon.
That would be equivalent to, if you look at
It's 100. I believe it's 160 gold.
the.
It's a warhammer.
Yeah, the warhammer at 40. So yes, that'd be 160 gold.
Yeah. So it does a little less damage than my longsword, but that's fine because I think my longsword does a shitload of damage.
Actually, let me look on the. I was looking in the. Let me look on my weapon chart. Right. So on that, it would be 1d(s) plus 4 damage.
What was the S again?
The size.
Oh, each of us has a size category.
Yeah, small people are
Yeah.
4s, human people are 6s, large people are 8.
Gotcha.
Do they have any soft leather armor?
Human size, they would. And that would just be what the book price is for that.
They don't have any special.
No, there wouldn't be any special.
Okay.
Well, I will let them know that I would like to purchase one that's with some dwarven qualities. However, I don't have enough to put the proper deposit down at the moment. So when I return from our mission, I will commission it.
How much
Okay.
do you need to borrow?
The base cost on the weapon is 150 gold. It's multiples of that in order to add bonuses.
It is indeed.
So it'll be a while.
What do you need for the down payment?
I don't know. I'd have to ask them. But I'm really looking at. I'd like to see how much I have before I can go and say, if I wanted like a strike and parry, it's like 1,000%. So, or maybe 500 to 2,000%. So I'd like to have an idea of what I have to work with before I start rattling off stuff.
Right. We know we know the base pay, but we do not know what we're going to get from the collections we make there.
Yes.
Do they have any dwarven daggers, Lehman?
No, you got the only whatever
Okay.
it was. They just got here. They haven't really had time to do much. The one thing that was made was a large warhammer that was kind of remade from a previous large hammer.
After I find out that this is the case, I will head off to do some hunting.
Okay.
What time are we all going to meet to head out? Because I would like to do some hunting to get some food for the road, guys.
If you'd like, well, you're from around.
Tomorrow?
How long have you lived here, Chris?
I am a recent arrival, but I did not arrive with the caravan.
Okay. If you'd like, I can try to show you some areas that might be a little more secluded. Maybe give you some kind of a better chance over what everybody else has been picking clean.
All right. So, and Sir Gut Tusker would like to make a down payment. Provide a down payment on a set of scale mail.
Okay.
Okay, since
It is
for persons
family.
like Anthony, I'm good at hunting bears, all felines, horses, deer, pigs, dogs, and rabbits. So any one of those would be good target.
I will say I'm fond of dogs. I would prefer we didn't hunt those, but if that's the only food we have, we can go that route.
I intentionally chose not to hunt wolves.
Yeah.
Also, I'm good at finding fruits and plants, so edible plants would work too.
I don't know that in character I have a skill that helps, but I just, having known the area, I would try to take you where I think those things are.
Yeah. So if they will accept 300 down, and then the other 400 when I upon completion for the laminate armor, or the splint armor, the splint mail laminated
Oh,
metal.
split? Okay.
Splint, yeah.
I think I am completely overlooking ammunition. I can't seem to find it.
Here, there's a rock right there.
True. I will collect rocks because I am not finding where I buy it.
So how much were you putting down on the
300.
300?
It says it costs 700.
Yes.
I mean, if it's dwarves making it, then maybe they, you know what? I can give them the other 500 when I get back, and they can put an extra 10 SDC on it.
So that's 100 gold per 10.
Right. It's 100 gold per 10 SDC, right?
Yep. That would be a 500 gold more.
Yep. Yeah. So he's planning on spending like all the rest of the money he gets. He's got a little bit left over, but not much.
Actually, it'd be 420 because you're getting a 10% discount. If you rescue or free the Dwarven Holt.
If we don't die, and then it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Bodil, you go to a creek and you are able to fish up some fish.
Hooray! I have a skill for preserving food, so I'll be preserving some of the fish.
Okay, so you get a pretty decent amount of fish, and you're spend some time preserving it. So I do need Decimus to give me a roll, because being a warlock is not exactly ranger druidish. Unless I said something earlier, because they do get those. Did I allow those skills, or?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
You
so you
allowed me
can.
hunting because you said I was kind of
Yes.
nature.
So
you want the
go
roll?
ahead, go with the roll, and we'll give you a 25 bonus for Old Man Nicholas pointing out good areas.
Oh. Did we miss by 3?
Yes. But we found plants then if I get the bonus from you.
Yep.
Fruits and vegetables.
So you gain some nuts and berries and stuff like that.
I could make crab apple stew.
Crandor goes back to Talquez.
Okay.
And asks how the curse could be lifted, or how she thinks the curse could be lifted by another priest.
She thinks that given time, it'll go away. Otherwise, there should be certain priests or mages might have like a remove curse spell or ability. She thinks that once it fades a little more, then she might try to go to Fall Crest, because it's a bigger town that actually has priests in it.
Winterhaven not have priests?
Not really, no. They
No.
have like a communal shrine that was set up, but not really having priests.
Are there any books where we are, where I'm at, should say, that would be helpful?
In the place that you're at, there is a library with a few books in it.
Start looking through the books to see if it would help with maybe who the bandits work for or anything like that.
Oh, that's recent history.
Oh,
That wouldn't
great.
be
Oh,
in any
okay.
book.
Okay.
Though we do know that it is a group of kobolds and ogres and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's rumored to be led by somebody named Raznor. Orcs, kobolds, and ogres led by someone called Raznor.
Right. No.
I will share that whenever we eat, I guess. Sorry.
Books. Would there be any spells that I could learn?
it would take longer than what your group decided when they were going to leave.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be in any of those books. That would be something that you would have to find a teacher and learn.
Oh, okay.
So, Anthony, while we're out hunting, we will violate the rules of hunting. Here, have some alcohol.
I thank you, and whatever you give me, I drink very little of it at a time.
It's just a cask of wine.
I am frail, and I have not had any kind of liquor in quite a while. Thank you, though, and I will drink some. And as long as our gracious game master doesn't make me roll, I will cook us something.
Well, if you're not
The-
feeling confident with the wine,
The actual rule is it doesn't make you sick. It just doesn't taste good.
Gotcha.
if you're not feeling up to the actual wine, I have this water skin, and you can water your wine down.
There we go. I will water it down some. I have very old, very frail constitution.
Now,
I'm afraid
Lehman,
it goes straight to my head.
where was that rule back when we were in college and I was playing that changeling that was pretending to be a cook and getting a whole army sick? Like every time he couldn't roll above like the 20%, the 20%.
10%.
Yeah.
It's 10%.
It was terrible.
That's because you were playing Palladium, not homebrew.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, the percentage is 10. That's why I was like, as long as I don't have to roll, I'll cook you something.
Well, what did you bring along? Because so far all we found are fruits and nuts.
That
Not
is
very
true.
cookable.
Crabapple stew, I'm telling you, it's tart as shit, but it's filling.
It probably is because I didn't read rules. Because if you look, it says cook. If a cook rolls above the success ratio, the preparations are particularly disappointing.
Nice.
Yeah. Something you should keep in mind is I have heard of a crabapple two-step. Not something we want to have while we're out on the trail.
Well, though it may be funny.
Okay. So commissioned a suit of a full suit of armor. I'm excited about that. And yeah, I guess off we go. Sucks that he's going to get hit one time and his armor's going to die because he's.
Do you remember Palladium?
I remember Palladium.
It's not many hits before your armor dies anyway.
Do you remember Did you read the new rule though?
Yes, but I'm talking old style Palladium.
Yes. But I'm saying, did Bob read the new rule?
I don't know. I might not have read the new rule.
It's only for 10. If your armor is hit and you are not, you only lose 1 SDC for every 10 points done.
Okay, so that's a few hits on my paper towel armor.
Yeah, that was my way of figuring a better system than hit me instead of my armor because I at least heal.
Yeah. Okay.
So, are we leaving this day then, or are we going to leave on the morrow?
I'd say sooner is better than later. Shall we go?
Yeah, I think I'm
I believe we should.
round everybody up.
No time like the present to, at minimum, scout out the location and see what we can learn about it.
Let's go.
I imagine this endeavor is going to take all of our skills and quite some time, really.
So, I don't know how well it translates, but because I did tend the animals and stuff like that, I might be able to help a few of you if you get some nicks and scratches and cuts.
Are you calling us animals?
I'm just saying some of them kind of resemble animals.
Hmm.
I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying that my skills might actually translate over. I don't know.
Stay away from my tail, please.
I have no desire to do anything with your tail.
I proudly embrace my Ursine heritage. Our noble
Does
qualities.
his tail wag when he's happy?
It wags when I'm not happy.
All right. So this way,
We
and
gather and head off.
Bodil definitely heads the wrong direction again.
Well, pardon me, madam, but I believe we can see the mountains on the horizon this way.
Oh, right you are. I was just testing you.
Did I
So,
pass?
Yeah.
To the road.
Ah, capital. Very good, very good. Such good fun.
What was that, Decimus?
I said, do we have enough food for the road? Did anybody bring rations?
Well, no.
I could not afford any.
Well,
Be
I'm just
fine. I've been fishing.
Nicholas and I have found some edible plants.
Good job, guys.
I don't know. Perhaps he likes to fix crabapple fish stew. He speaks of crabapples often.
I used to feed it to the sheep. They liked it.
They also like grass.
Yes,
But
they did.
our large friend over here seems to eat 4 pounds of food a day. So I do not have, I have no idea how many pounds of nuts and berries I have.
Well, if he wants to eat 4 pounds of food, then that's really his problem, isn't it?
I mean, doesn't everybody eat about 4 or 5 pounds of food a day? I mean, that seems pretty normal.
I don't think that's normal for.
Look at the small, skinny human. I doubt he could put 4 or 5 pounds of food away.
I don't think I've
Well,
had.
clearly he hasn't, then, because look at how small he is.
I haven't had 4 pounds of food in months.
I eat what I catch.
Now you see, this young lady, she's doing quite well for herself.
Yes, I do.
Clearly.
You'll probably have to do some hunting or foraging on the way there, but you can get a couple of days without needing to.
So yeah, as we go, we'll need to stop a little early each day so that we have the light well, I need the light at least, but I don't know about the rest of you, to go about and hunt and forage.
I'm okay to go out early in the morning or late.
Well, we're never going to get anywhere if we just stand around talking about it. Let's go.
I keep on walking.
Yep,
Oh,
we're
good.
walking.
All right. So
Just me.
yeah, so remember we'll buy a bunch of spiced sausage before going. In all, I believe that's going to be 20 pounds of spiced sausage.
Remember, it is twice the cost in the book.
Yeah, yep. That's what I'm doing here. 80 gold to buy 20 pounds of spiced sausage. Because that sounds good.
Where's the?
Oh shit, I do have a bunch of stuff on my character sheet for food
What
and
page
stuff.
is the food on and stuff?
It
Page
is
40,
under equipment. There's a
48, 49.
little check mark.
48, 49. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Lehman, I bought 4 loaves of bread before we left.
Okay.
Because for 4 loaves of bread, it's 2 gold.
Yeah, page 49 for food.
And now I'm poor.
Yeah, I just found it. I didn't realize I'd put that on my character sheet already. So I already had 2 pounds of smoked sausage and 4 loaves of bread that I've been lugging around. Now I've got a bunch more sausage.
Yummy.
I'll buy some food as well.
Yeah, me too.
Go and need it.
I do have cooking oil in a pot and stuff like that if we do get something that needs to be cooked along the way.
So that's kind of the path that you'll need to take.
Wait, what's the path?
He drew it on the map.
Okay. I see now. Thank you.
We're uncertain about that one spot right there.
It's a big, ravine you have to leap over.
That's where it goes from clear to trail. Paved
Right.
trail. So you is just to make sure that I have what you're doing down correctly. You are heading towards the Dwarven Holt.
Yes.
So you start tracking. By the time you woke up, you hunted, you commissioned items, you bought things, you got together, and then you headed out. It is the middle of the day, and you are going up down the trail, and you
Who's
kind
on
of
point?
get a what now?
Who's on point? Do we have somebody that perception?
Well, I think I'd recommend Lady Bodil, but I'd be shortly behind her.
I mean,
Okay.
Bodil will take the lead.
Oh, didn't mean to interrupt you, Lehman. I just want to make sure we had somebody out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, she's our wilderness guide, I believe.
You sound like I'm a girl.
Okay.
I don't sell cookies.
You're quite certain, because I do enjoy cookies.
I'm not that kind of nature.
You were saying, Lehman?
I am preparing.
Oh,
Oh,
well, I'm glad somebody's up in front.
I feel the ill winds of fate are blowing our way.
Hopefully, I don't feel your pain.
If they are ill enough, maybe I won't feel my own pain.
So everybody can give me perception.
Very good. I am excellent at that.
Nice. Oh, Francis.
Wow.
See, as I said, I am excellent.
Oh, I accidentally whispered it to Lehman. Oh well.
Okay. So everybody notices up ahead. You're going down the road.
Now, I'm assuming we do have directions to exactly where this hold is, right?
You have pretty decent directions where it is. And up ahead of you, you see a band of ogres and orcs
Oh,
marching down the road.
Quick to
well,
cover.
we should get off the road. Is that perhaps 2 ogres and 4 orcs?
Yes.
Oh. How far can you move?
Weak.
Are these squares? Is movement just one square?
Movement is whatever your speed is in squares.
Okay.
You got cobwebs all over you.
Basically, you don't get your full speed because if you're in combat, you're not just running, you're doing other things. So, an easy way to do that is just to say your speed is how many squares you can go. But if you use the ruler, that will tell you how distances for ranges.
Gotcha.
For like,
So we can actually move.
So like if you have a speed of a 10, you can move 10 squares.
Right. So basically,
We need to get off the
multiply
road.
it by 5
Yeah.
for feet.
Get off the
Well,
road.
the distance also tells you how many squares.
Oh, yep, I see it now. Oh, I am so old. Okay.
So what I need is everybody to click on their token, I believe, and then roll initiative.
Where's our tokens?
On the
Bottom
screen.
left. To the left.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
So, Lehman, would a run be twice your speed then?
No, the speed is as far as you can go, but you don't have to do it all at the same time.
Okay, so you can't actually just run for cover.
No.
What about the little thing that says maximum feet of movement per action?
That is not something I'm doing.
You're not going to let me go 780 feet?
No, and what's weird about that is the quicker you are and the more attacks you get, the shorter amount of runs you get. That's just default with the Palladium system.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not doing it that way. So what I need also, hold on, let me get these guys into the mix. Not sure if I can. Roll for them.
So how do we figure out our movement?
Look at your speed attribute.
Well, it's also listed in the next column over. It says movement square melee.
Okay.
Okay, is that 7 squares?
Yes.
Yep.
And you cannot run to do more or anything like that.
So what I need is people to tell me what stance they're going to be in. Are you going to be in a magic stance, a range stance, a melee stance, or a throwing stance?
Hmm.
I gotta get to those stances.
Yeah, I'm vague on. I don't remember stances either.
Like page 12 of the supplement.
Oh, do fighting. Otherwise, I'll have to.
Oh, that's right. It's in the Dropbox.
So does sling fall into both stance? I guess. Yeah, there it is.
Slings would be ranged.
Right. You got bow stance. I was wanting to make sure sling.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I probably, if I was calling them something today, I'd probably call them. Well, it's not all range because throwing is something different.
Right.
I guess what I did, casting is what it's called.
I called again. Match.
Hey, Lehman, I'm not seeing that old school file or folder anymore on Dropbox.
It's within the Torg Saturday or Torg Sundays.
I'm looking on the Torrid Sunday.
It's under Palladium.
Oh, is it?
Old school. Old school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
I
found.
found it under old school.
I don't have any role-playing stuff in my Dropbox at all.
It seems to have disappeared from mine.
Okay, I've done it again.
Wait. Just found it. Never mind.
Find it? Okay.
Found it.
Is there a way for you to share it with me?
Yep.
And I'm assuming no one has any attacks more than one, or actions, correct?
Yep, not till next
Correct.
level.
So it looks like Old Man Nicholas is first.
That's Brian.
I'm in range, sling stance, bow stance, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Lehman, how do I erase the green mark I put on the map?
Draw a box around it,
Click
hit
it.
delete.
Or just click it, yeah. I can do that.
Okay, thank you.
So, since they're that far away, I can't really do anything. I think I'm just moving.
So that would be Sir Emery.
Very good. Now, so based on his experience with like walking around with folks already, they're all. Do these all seem like a bunch of slow fuckers?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. All right.
Oops.
All right. So
Two of us only move 7 squares at least.
Sir Emery's going to move to here. So he's not going to like run into the brush yet, but he's going to stay kind of out here, kind of out in front of folks, because he needs to, I think he needs to like block for some of these really slow losers that he's with.
Okay. Then we have the orcs. They start screaming. "Ah!"
Oh, so yeah, running and hiding is probably not going to do the thing.
So how big is the square?
Square's about 5 feet.
Okay.
So Bo deal your turn.
Excellent. Let's see if I comprehend this. So Badil is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get off the road and into the brush a little bit, and then she's going to take aim. She's going to shoot at this fellow in the front. And I think I understand how to do this, but if I don't, then does being in a ranged stance do anything? Do I need to select
It just
something?
means that if they would get to you and you're in a ranged stance, then you lose your action if you have not already gone.
Right, okay.
So you
All right,
want
well,
to stay at range. Otherwise, you cannot
You might consider
attack.
moving kind of somewhere behind where Sir Emery is, but
Where is he?
pretty close to you.
Yes. Actually, I can move 4 more. My movement is 10. So 6,
Mine too.
7, 8, 9, 10.
We're
There.
move buddies.
We are move buddies. And there it is. I'm assuming a 12 misses, but I don't really know anything about
Palladium is if you roll above, or if your rolls plus any bonuses are above a 4, you hit something.
Excellent.
So the which one were you shooting at?
The foremost one, here. I'm pinging him
It's
now.
like that ogre there.
Okay.
There, yeah, there's an ogre that's kind of a little in front of the rest on the road.
Well, let me. Somehow I didn't. I wrote the one for the orcs, but I didn't find it where I can do it.
Did you send me anything for the other
Hmm?
on Gmail?
So you you almost hit the ogre, but you hit his armor instead.
Okay.
And by the 12 points of damage, you did 1 point to his armor's SDC.
Okay.
So, Francis.
I am going to move to there.
Decimus.
Let's see. Oh, wait. I've got the wrong thing. Let's get Decimus. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So we'll move over to here. And then I will cast a spell. Targeting, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right here with a 30-foot radius. And pull up my spell. Or spell.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
No, thanks for trying.
So you said that's a 30-foot radius.
The area is 30 by 30 by 30.
Oh, it's actually like a square.
Mm-hmm. And I'll call it to my compatriots. They are cooked and blinded.
They were coked.
Cooked.
Oh, cooked.
So they get a save
Yes,
at 12
drugged up.
or better. So the ogre will try to save. Let's see where those are. Here we go. Combat. this would be. So that's against magic. Oh. So the ogre saved. So he takes half damage and is blinded for 1d3 rounds. Then the orcs. So we'll start up at the top and go across clockwise. That one does not save. 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 And save. This one, he's for 1d6 rounds. He's blinded for 6 rounds. This one will be blinded 2 rounds. Three rounds. This 2 rounds. And then you can roll your. Did that roll damage?
No. It says they take D6 for each round that they're in it.
A D8 per melee round.
Oh,
D8.
D8. Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
I need to roll separately for each one?
No, just roll once.
Okay.
Seven points.
Did you do the guy back here?
I don't think he would be in it. I think it would go out 15 in each direction.
It goes 30 in each direction.
No, it's 30 by 30 by 30. That's
Oh,
a height, width, length.
Okay.
It's a
Close.
cube.
We get so that's all right. See if he's foolish enough to run into the cloud.
So you actually can you see the bars?
Maybe if I don't have it on the widest setting.
Oh no.
There we go. Yes.
Okay, because they might have changed the way the tokens were set up since I put these in. I'm not sure.
The little guy's still about half dead.
Looks like I did it for some of them, but not all of them. I think you can see all their bars now. Yes or no?
2 bars.
Yeah. You see 2 bars?
Okay. Yeah. The blue is their SDC. their armor. So you throw that cloud of steam and you kind of boil quite a
Yeah.
few of them.
You made some friends.
Did the guy in the back have damaged armor to begin with?
Yeah, so they've been fighting, so they have damaged armor. Yes, they're not
Oh,
pristine armor. That is on purpose.
Okay, just making sure we didn't take advantage of them inappropriately.
No, and then Crandor.
Alrighty. Two, three, six.
Oh, sorry, Crandor.
Going to move 3, 6.
Lehman, can you put a cloud on here so he knows where the cloud is?
A square aura, maybe?
You don't see the square aura?
No.
I just see the center
Where?
point, and it may be impairing Jason or Crandor's ability to see them. I've never used the spell before, so I don't know. Does the steam block our vision of them?
There you go.
I think it would just look like, steam coming from a boiling pot or something. So
Right.
it's not clear, but it's not. It's more like a fog, not necessarily completely, something you can't see through.
Okay.
Can you
Waves
see the
coming
square
off
now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. That's why I was confused while you're talking about the distance, because I'm like, it's right there. I forgot to make it so that it can be seen. I'll have to remember to add a fake character that is a blast that we can manipulate as needed. Kind of like I did with Torg. Some of these apparently are squares. So Crandor, you moved, and were you doing something else?
Yes. I'm going to cast a spell. Oh, gotta select that. This. How do I? Yeah, that. See where that's coming from? That square, which is right next to that guy. I'm going to cast Cloud of Slumber.
Okay.
Range of 90 feet. Okay, select my dude.
I'm listening, but I have to go AFK real fast.
Hey, Crandor, explain magic. How many points do we spend?
Trying to read it, and I didn't see where.
He has to make a different template for you. Yours is 20 by 20 by 20.
Yeah. Two. If you roll the bare amount. Yeah, I don't know how many.
Sorry about that. It costs you. It's
2.
basically the spell level plus the level you're casting the spell at.
Okay.
So at first level, it would be
Oh.
2 points, 2 magic points. And then this one, I gotta adjust it to be.
Yeah. And one in the center, one to the left, actually.
Do we have a spot on the sheets where it tracks your magic points?
Yes. The character button, all the way over to the right, about the middle of the column, the farthest on the right, magic points.
Yes, thank you.
Now, just because you have to actually target something, at least for this
Oh,
one,
maybe.
the squares are going to be a little bit bigger than what they should, because the center one is like, so instead of it being 20, this actually equals 25, and instead of these being 30, it equals 35. It's going to add 5 feet. I can't figure out how to change it, but that's all right for this one. I'm not going to spend any time doing it. So that is a save versus 12 for your spell magic. That is also for 4 rounds. So
Yes.
we have two orcs and an ogre. So the orc spells. He saves for the ogre. So I guess he doesn't go to sleep. Is that what that is then?
Yeah, he doesn't get not affected.
That one goes to sleep. And that one goes to sleep.
What? So what wakes them up, Jason? When they boil next round or next?
Yeah, that'll probably wake them up.
Yeah. What are does? It's been a while since we've done Palladium, so even though
Yeah,
I
it says
like,
all
read,
affected. All affected will sleep until the cloud dissipates and until they cannot be roused, unless dragged from the cloud, in which case they will awaken 6 melees.
so yeah, they can just fall asleep and take some damage and not wake up.
Yep.
That is a cruel combo.
It's like the warlock and the wizard look at each other and it's like 2 thumbs up. Interesting. So we start a new initiative. So see what happens when you just press the initiative button, if it'll change things automatically. Be sure to have your character selected. That's over.
How do you know if you have your character selected or not?
The circle should pop up around you whenever you select your character.
A circle?
The circle, like your health and stuff like that.
I see it now.
Okay, yeah, it looks like that one.
So a new initiative each round?
Yep. That's how Palladium works.
This is a melee round. We all only have 1 attack, so the melee rounds go a lot faster.
Right. Otherwise, you would have different number of attacks. So you would attack, and then it would go through, and then you'd have another attack. So let's get these in order, and everybody can type in which type of round you're doing.
see the message I sent you, Lehman.
Okay. Yeah, you're sending it to me. That's fine. Over. And I think you guys can actually, if you click the number by your name, I think you can put a letter in front of it. I forgot that, but in the future you can roll your initiative, click on the number, and then write what it actually is.
Does the letter?
Range, casting, melee.
Oh.
So okay, Crandor. Francis, are you going melee again, I'm guessing?
Yeah. How do you put the number in front of it?
You just click the number, and then it brings up a box, and then you can add it to the front, just like you would, typing in whatever your word processor is.
Okay.
So, okay, so the Bodil, you get to go first. That hits. That 18 is above its armor. It takes 7 points of damage. And then the ogre goes screaming.
Screaming, stumbling blindly.
Yeah, it's just kind of going off in that direction, not realizing what's happening. This one just wasn't put to sleep. It sees the steam. It feels a little drowsy, so it'll try to avoid these. So that's ogres. So Old Man Nicholas.
All right. And you can attack and then move, right?
Yep.
All right.
And you can move, attack, and then move again. So
I'm going to sling at this one.
Okay. So I believe that also hits. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I move into the bush.
Sir Emery.
All right. I think that one over here looks pretty wounded. So Sir Emery is going to engage this ogre here.
Okay.
Try to keep him away from the group. So he's going to attempt to strike it with his hammer. That is a 10 to hit for a lot of damage.
So that is going to hit its armor and do 2 points of armor damage.
Okay.
So I know we don't all have armor. Our armor bars not being shown on purpose.
I just didn't do that for you guys.
Okay. I was just
I
curious.
don't know
will
why.
read it.
Does my robe have armor?
Unless you actually bought cloth armor and just say it looks like robes, then no. Like, I believe Sir Emery actually has cloth armor.
He has quilted armor.
Or quilter, okay.
my clothes fall off?
Clothes are
No, it's just-
magical.
Uh,
They never fall
Crandor.
off.
Sorry, hate screaming over here. I am going to throw another slumber spell. Basically, where
Oh, hold on one moment. And I guess I could. Can you pick this up or not? Control it. Why?
what moves?
Now try to move
Yep.
that one.
I got it. Right there.
I just need to allow that. You want to throw it there? Okay, so these guys are already sleeping. These guys are not, so let's do saves versus them. So those guys are sleepy as well.
Wow. That is kind of wrong.
So Francis.
Okay. I am just gonna.
I wanted to move also. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna move to there.
Okay. And Decimus, go ahead and roll your damage. I'll just have it instead of being on their turn. If it's something that you made, you get to do it on your turn. So it might be before they move. It might be after those. Add a little randomness to magic. So that sounds interesting. So two damage to all three of these guys. You are all sleeping.
Gin and tonic. Made it just wrong.
I mean, I'm not against it.
And then this one drops. Well, Jason already went, so let me drop this one 3 rounds. Drop this one 3 rounds. Change. Okay. No, I see that. So, what do you want to do for your actual action?
For my actual action, I'll try and finish off the wounded guy with another cloud of steam.
Okay.
So,
Here, let me.
is he
copy.
blinded or not? Well, he should be blinded at least. For
Yeah, he's
3 rounds.
blinded for 3. That's what the little 3 on him is.
Okay. Well, if that's the
Copy.
case, then I don't need to actually target him because he's
No.
blind. And he won't know.
He was only blinded for 1 round.
Oh, that's right, and he's gone.
All
No,
right.
he
Well, then
hasn't.
He went. He ran out of this. He
Oh,
ran
yeah,
out of the
okay.
thing,
he ran out of the steam cloud.
so he wouldn't be blinded anymore.
We'll
So he
put
knows
it-
what direction a rock hit him in the head from.
Yes, but we'll make him blind again for a round.
That'll be good.
So, where is?
So you'll have to make his saving throw.
I thought about helping Bob, but I feared if I don't do something to him, he can run down and hit some people.
So he does not save.
Roll your damage.
So he is going to 6 rounds. He is going to be blind.
No, he won't.
Nice.
If he survives.
Burn!
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about ogre steaks?
I'm a wolfen.
Sound delicious to me, actually.
I think it sounds like it's something we should try.
I did notice there was a cannibalism category.
Yes,
It's
there
not-
is.
They're ogre.
That means
Trolls are 100%.
It's not like it's a wolfen.
right.
So then these orcs are sleepy. And it looks like that was the end of that round. So everybody can re-roll initiative. There's only one
Token.
ogre that can do anything.
Ooh. Ouch. Something for big numbers, no whammies.
Ow. Grandor.
But I got no whammy.
I can't get the M to stay.
Took me a couple clicks to get it.
Yeah. Do mine over and over.
Now, am I supposed to be doing it in the turn order or in the
Turn order.
In the turn order, you have to add the letter in the turn order. The number will automatically go in when you click
Yeah.
initiative.
I've been doing that, but it's not staying.
Yeah, like Jason said, sometimes for some reason, you have to
Well,
click it a few times.
Yeah, that's been my experience too. You have to click
Okay.
it and do it. I had to do it like 3 different times.
Well, if you click on it and get the cursor in it, and then hit your left arrow, your left cursor
To get
button,
it to go in front of the number.
Yeah.
So, okay. So the ogre is going to try to hit Sir Emery.
Yep.
Actually, tries to do something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I did it to myself. I didn't do it public. That bites because I attacked with a crit. Damage 18. Oh, but I will. So everybody at home will see that you probably might be unconscious or dead, but since I did that to me and not in public, I will actually make that strike.
You were saved by fortune.
Wow.
I will take that fortune.
Who is Crandor and why did she not go on 20?
That's what I want to know. Like the turn order isn't in order.
Oh,
I think it's because we're put. No, maybe not.
Yeah, I think we put the letters in there too soon, maybe.
okay. I thought I had.
Yeah, maybe we should put the letters after.
After I do the descending. Okay. Well, that's something
Right.
to know. So,
Yep.
in the future, everybody rolls a niche. Once everybody's a niche is there, then we add numbers.
If you put the letters after, though, then it wouldn't mess up the order, would it?
Possibly no.
Yeah,
Instead of C20.
yeah,
20C.
exactly.
Okay. I still want Bob to take 12 points of damage, though.
Wait, so can I parry with my shield?
You can try to parry, yes. You can.
right.
Wait, you're a man at arms, so you get it.
Yep.
You are aware of it.
All right, so I'll attempt to parry. Fuck,
And
didn't
the
quite.
12 was not equal to its attack or higher.
Oh,
Okay.
close.
And that does not take my attack, does it? I mean, that's
No, I believe because you are a man-at-arms, you get a free parry for the things in front of you that you are aware of.
Yep. So he is already down to 1/3 hit points.
Well, your armor is immaculate.
Well, it's a good thing
Yes,
we have
his armor looks.
and heal you.
Yes, but his paper towel armor looks great.
So,
Are you-
Crandor, you can go.
All right. Casting the Cloud of Slumber.
Okay. So let me, this one's down to 3. This one is down to 2. And then I will copy, paste, and we're using the same kind of Torg where you can. Actually, I'll change how
Or do
I
you have
wrote
to
it
target?
because people probably didn't either read it or forgot it. I was gonna have you not be able to go through each other because you're not yet a functional team, but I'm gonna ignore that. But you can't go through enemies. So you need to have a clear line of sight through enemies. We'll just use my normal
Okay.
grid map rule.
I could move.
I think with that you can. You're not. You can go through people, so I said I'll allow that because I don't want to have to think too much about that. Is that
Let's see.
all thing? So that's going to go through him, so you can't cast
Like
it
move
there.
down or something.
Or put it up here.
Just move myself. That would be the easiest thing.
The easiest would be
run.
to put the cloud on the other side.
Right here. There.
Okay. So this is the ogre. And he goes 99.
So now it's just butchering time.
Yep.
So, Decimus, did you wish to do some damage to these guys up here?
So I'm assuming I can't bite him with a casting stand.
Correct.
Then I will kick dirt on him.
Old man Nicholas.
I will move up, but I will put away the sling at this point.
Odile.
Did I get skipped?
I don't know. What's your issue?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, we'll wait then.
Francis.
Screaming like a banshee, she's going to run up there and start stabby, stabby, stabby.
Okay. Roll above a 4.
What am
So you
I?
are also trying not to get into the sleep.
Now, do I do the strike?
Yes.
Strike, yes.
Nice.
So
Lean,
you're
you
like
have-
reaching your arm inside of this cloud of slumber, hoping that you don't go to sleep and
You shouldn't let me
do
try
some
and fall
damage.
asleep.
And Sir Emery?
Oh.
All right.
Hold on, I think Bodil needs to go, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
why did...
Yeah.
It seems like maybe I'm hitting twice or something. I don't...
Bodil is also going to, she's going to use her staff to try to slap the fella in the
Okay,
in the sleep. So
so 12 points. Now, Sir Emery?
All right. So he's awake now, right?
No,
No, he's sleeping.
He's still sleeping while people are murdering him?
If
Yes.
you don't,
Yeah, you don't wake up.
if you don't drag him out of the cloud, he doesn't
Yeah.
wake up.
if you want him awake, you got to pull him out of the cloud.
He's like, well, that doesn't seem very sporting, does it? And he's gonna step back because it's not. I mean, that's not right.
Taking those paladin vows seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I know it does explicitly say you don't actually have to follow all that stuff, but he's gonna do it.
So, are the rest of the people gonna just beat the guy in the sleeping?
yes,
Do we want to interrogate him?
It's a possibility.
So this boiling steam goes away. I like how Crandor like connects all of his clouds of slumber.
Sir Emery, do we want to interrogate this individual?
And then execute him. And maybe eat him. No answer out of Sir Emery.
Say it again.
Do you wish to interrogate this individual?
Well, I mean, that does seem. I mean, it seems imperative that we understand more about the enemy forces. Does it not?
So you're willing to interrogate him, then execute him.
Well, I mean, I thought we would give him an
I get-
opportunity to join us, perhaps, or swear off of his evil ways.
I don't trust him to swear off his evil ways.
Well, I mean, you understand. I mean, most of these folks get into these bandit activities as a result of economic factors.
Crandor, how long does it take for them to wake up when we pull them out of your cloud?
Good question. Like, look,
While this is going on, I try to treat Sir Emery's wounds.
wake in 6 melees.
You will wake.
Well,
six-
all affected will sleep until the cloud dissipates, and until then they cannot be roused, unless dragged from the cloud, in which case they will awaken 6 melees.
All right.
So if you leave them in the cloud and let the cloud dissipate, It'd be a shorter time for him to wake up than if
Nope.
you drag him from the corner.
Up while he's asleep. I don't want to go into the cloud and tie him up. So we'll pull him out of the cloud. I'll tie him
So,
up with the rope.
Bodil, you get attacked.
Oh no. Okay. And ouch. Okay. So how does this work? Tell me what to do now.
So you
Can I
subtract
parry?
6.
I-
Oh, you.
I do not successfully parry. Never mind. Continue.
I
If you
was
had been
actually
using
counting down minutes to when
Well,
that dissipated and was taking them down
We were,
while the party was discussing what to do.
we were beating it to death with our, while it was sleeping, but that's okay.
Well,
And
people
they were
stop.
talking, Bodil was beating it with her staff, but but
So
yes.
everybody do initiative.
But how do I? So I take 19 damage. Is that right?
No,
16.
16.
Damage. Okay. And I have 24 hit points.
Holy shit!
So 24 minus.
You're insanely tough.
8 left. I think that's how math works.
I thought 18 was pretty good.
All right.
And at least I can know which ones have already been done because the letters go off. Don't add anything until
I put the
everything's
R
there.
to see if that works.
Right, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody had hit initiative. But okay, so everybody should be able
It looks like it worked.
to do.
It's not doing it. Oh, so frustrating. I liked this character.
Yeah, Decimus will take care of it. Don't worry.
Mhm.
So Decimus, your turn.
My turn. Okay. I'm trying to find how I bite.
You just rolled a strike.
Yeah, but with what? I've never done melee before. I don't know these things. Weapon?
Create an attack to do the strike, I think, Lehman.
Okay. So you hit the little plus button where there's melee attacks. There's a little check mark, and then
Okay.
a little plus button under it.
Bite. Okay. Oh. Nope. Wrong thing. Two, I missed.
If you go to this page where it says melee attacks, and then you can add, and then you can type in bite.
You saying where it says combat?
I just switched it to character. You go to character,
Oh, okay.
Or melee attack.
and then see how I check this melee attack here.
Oh, okie doke.
And then the plus button, you hit plus, and then you can fill out like bite and how much damage. But you missed. Old
Yeah.
man Nicholas.
But I move away.
Okay.
Is there firing into melee in this? I don't remember.
No.
I sling.
You hit him pretty pretty good, but not quite enough. What does Bodil have any armor?
No, Bodil does not.
Do you have a parry?
Does not.
But you do have a parry with your staff, right?
I
Yeah,
can
you
try.
are in melee, so you can parry
Okay, I will give that a try.
because you switched out of range.
8 to 7.
Do it. You can do it. Yeah,
Hey.
Edgar.
And now it's Sir Emery. turn.
Very good. Sir Emery will step up and strike at him with his hammer.
And hit his armor
Drat.
and do a point of armor damage.
What kind of armor is he wearing?
Better than the other guy.
Studded?
I might be stealing that in a moment.
Well, you gotta stop hitting.
Francis.
Yeah. Keep tearing the shit up.
I'm
You're like,
moving,
oh, this armor is good.
I'm moving
It's
up to
better than what I'm
the
wearing.
moving up to the road to make sure nobody else is coming.
Okay. Crandor.
Yes, I am moving. And then
Yeah.
casting my Cloud of Slumber.
Okay. Let me get that again to where everybody can see it. Everybody.
Move it around without getting the old man.
And Bodil goes to.
Where? Can you see that and move it or not?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Let's see if he goes sleepy.
Oh, he saved.
Haha. And Bodil.
Did I use my action when I parried with my staff?
No, you are a man at arms, so you get a free automatic parry.
Awesome. Well, I think I do some damage to his armor then. Sorry, whoever's trying to get that armor.
God damn it.
Just a point.
Okay. So you had started, right, Decimus?
Yeah, he accidentally
Yeah,
covered
I was first.
covered his 19 with his M.
So go ahead and new initiative. We'll wait till everything no longer has. Now I will descend it, and then you can put in your stances.
Oh, come on.
You know what I think it
It
is
takes me about 5 times.
it's because other people are modifying it. As soon as they're hitting enter, it's stopping what we're doing.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
It's us. It's our fault.
Your fault.
We're doing it to ourselves.
Pessimist, now you can try. I think everybody else is done, so it shouldn't give you any problems.
Again?
I think whenever one of us is modifying it, it's stopping the other people from modifying it. So it might be best to have us do it in initiative order.
Yep.
That makes sense.
All right. Francis is up.
I'm keeping a lookout down the road.
Who does number 2 work for?
Old Man Nicholas.
All right. I will sling a stone again.
And that will kill him.
Yay.
I feel effective.
I mean, you need to practice a little more to sound like the guys on Forged in Fire. That will kill him.
I will start.
Loot the bad guy.
Yeah. As we see what gear they have that is worth helping us, I will start collecting their right index fingers as proof that we have slain them.
Get ears, they don't stink as much.
Well,
There's no
fingers.
meat on an ear. It's all cartilage. And is your cook pot big enough for ogres?
I mean, not all at once. And
So
not
this
not-
ogre has, like I said, studded leather that has, what was it, 26 SDC left.
Oh, still better than my quilted armor.
This one over here had 28. Also studded leather with 28 SDC left. Hold on, I'm trying to.
I mean, if it'll fit, Sir Emery is definitely gonna put that shit on because it is better than what he's got.
It will be tight, but because the ogres aren't quite as big as dwarves, but you can you look a little silly, but yes, you can wear it.
as trolls. Hopefully they're bigger than dwarves. Otherwise, it is way too tight.
And then the other ogre does have, like I said, another one that had studded leather, and like I said, the one that you killed up here had 20. Oh, what did I say? 27, and then this one down here had 20.
I'll take the 28 because I'm more likely to.
Yeah, it's 28 on the one that was up on top of the road, and 26 that was down here in the bushes.
I am definitely more likely to use up those points.
The other orcs had, let me, the orcs had, they're medium, so anybody who's medium, look and see what type of armor that was. And I guess I shouldn't have deleted them before I remembered. Those have padded or quilted armor, which is armor rating 8 and SDC of 15. It's easier to fix that. They could keep those. And I don't know why I keep getting notifications because I'm trying to. This one here, the ogre that was here, has 1 gold, and the ogre that was over here had 2 gold. Like I said, these 4 orcs had quilted armor, and they apparently have no currency, no coinage.
Any weapons?
Yes, they had axes. The orcs have axes, and the ogres had hunting spears, ogre hunting spears, and the axes were orc axes.
And is that important?
Yes, I believe so. That if you try to use a weapon that is specific to another race, you gain no weapon proficiency bonuses.
Interesting.
They're basically have been made for that type of races, specific, body types and physiology and stuff like that they can use and other ones can't.
Now, my friend
If I
Decimus.
throw a spear, does that mean I can't use targeting?
Could you
My
repeat
friend-
that again?
If I throw an ogre hunting spear, does that mean I cannot use targeting?
Correct.
Now, my friend Decimus, can you wear this quilted armor?
Lehman, do I have penalties for wearing armor?
No. Wait. Yeah, you might. Casting spells is fine. It's just if you try to do sneaky things, and the quilted wouldn't do much at all. Let me look on the PDF to see what I settled for, because otherwise it's a whole bunch of crazy mishmash stuff that don't make any sense. Armor is for purposes. Sorry, armor. Combat stances, shields, fair weapon. I thought I had a thing about armor and tiers and
Yes, you did.
stuff like that.
Armor tier. Down here at sub 1.4 PDF. Tier 1 is no penalty, no movement penalties, no combat penalties, and minus 40% to fall and heavy. What am I? Let's see. Here we go.
So I think you would be tier 3. So that means light armor would give you a -2 speed, a -1 to parry and dodge, and a -40% to prowl. But it doesn't interfere with your casting. It's not like D&D where, metal armor messes with casting and stuff.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take it. We'll see how it goes. If I don't like
Okay.
it, I can always take it off.
Since it's cloth padded, basically you would just have to kind of roll up the sleeves and the legs a little, kind of cinch it with a belt.
But do I need to cut a hole for my tail?
Right. Well, you don't have really long tails. I think the wolfen have shorter tails. So,
Okay, well, I'll just kind of tuck
and
it
who
in.
knows, if it's a troll, it might have the little button flaps.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sir Emery.
Well, thank you. I mean, now I guess my one question is does this ogre armor make my posterior look too large?
No, not at all.
Very good, very good.
No, your
It makes the rest of you look too large.
too large.
Ah,
So
well, it is what it is, I suppose.
we are a little past 9. We ended the fight, so we can go ahead and wrap up for the night. I will,
Before we head out, I don't know that it really does much, but I will be using my medical skill on the way.
Yeah, how does healing work in this game?
I believe no one can cast or do any healing. So
No.
I'll have to find out how you naturally heal.
I have the medical skill that might come into play to where they might get a little bit of extra back.
I will look up that stuff and make notes so that when we come back, I can explain how the healing will work. I will also calculate experience, and I'll write the experience on everybody's character sheets.
Awesome.
So
Goodbye.
yeah, the sleep cloud of steam combination for first level is pretty OP.
Yeah, magic
Yeah,
is amazing.
Yeah, magic is terrifying in this game.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing. Luckily, you guys had it and they did not.
Yep.
It's time.
So thanks everybody.
Thank you.
For
I will end the broadcast and post this.
I'll see
sometime.
y'all later.
Bye everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Night.